So having your to-do list every single day is absolutely imperative. I know exactly where I'm going to be next week Thursday at 6 a.m. I know exactly where I'm going to be next week Tuesday at 4 p.m. If you do not know your schedule in advance, you're wasting opportunities. Time management, my favorite. This is how I'm able to get so much done. I still, myself, with now 30 agents, will close between 45 to 60 deals every single year. I have. The first 3 years, I was an individual solo agent. I did about 40 units on average. Then I created a team, and we're 3.5 years in. And for the past 3.5 years, we've always been top 1% team in the entire county. The reason why I tell you this is not to be boastful, but to tell you, because of the time management, being able to hold each other accountable, but most importantly, with purpose. Success is linked to behavior, execution, strategizing, and the ability to build and sustain confidence. Are you confident with your business? One thing about me that I can tell you is I'm very positive, yes, but I always am playing around. I'm the biggest jokester. If I can scare you every single day, I would obviously do that. It's just something that I love to do. And the reason why I tell you this out loud is because it keeps you on your toes. They don't know if I'm in the corner, hiding out, waiting to scare you, if I'm watching you do what you're supposed to be doing. It's just something that I love to do. I'm a huge prankster. But the reason why I bring this up is I'm confident in my team for what they're doing in their business. I don't have to micromanage, they show up. But again, you're gonna have to want it. And if you want it, I want it for you. Tasks must be qualitative and quantitative. It should be updated and put into action. So having your to-do list every single day is absolutely imperative. I know exactly where I'm going to be next week Thursday at 6 a.m. I know exactly where I'm going to be next week Tuesday at 4 p.m. If you do not know your schedule in advance, you're wasting opportunities. I'm going to go ahead and follow my calendar and know. If I have a prospect on the phone that wants me to sell their home, I can easily close the deal. I can tell them exactly what time we can meet, when we can meet, and what exactly to expect. Write down tasks so you can visualize and execute. The one thing you'll see here that is an ongoing item is that I'm very visual and I cross things off the list. How many of you guys have a to-do list that has 200 things on it and maybe 2 or 3 things are checked off and you're like, man, I gotta get to it. If you're not gonna get to it now, you're not gonna get to it later. So the rule of thumb is, if I can give you any takeaways from today, is a time management. You have 3 weeks to build your calendar, 21 days. 3 blank 7-day calendars. On the first week, you're going to put in everything that you think you're doing, everything that you should be doing. That whole week, everything that you've done, circle everything you've done and cross off anything that you haven't done. Next calendar week, all the items that you've done, add them back to the calendar. But then look at the items that you crossed off and ask yourself, why exactly did I not do them? Was it because of fear, laziness, you ran out of time? The rule of thumb is you're not just not supposed to do it, you can move it to another time. Now, the 2 weeks of going back and forth with the things that you've done and the things that you haven't done, you move everything that you've done to week 3, and now you have the realistic calendar of what you're actually going to do. If you're not with me, I promise you right now, it's going to change your business. If you're able to really visualize what you're doing with your time and how you're doing it and the structure behind it, you're going to see how you too can do an average of 40 deals a year. If you want to do more, great. If you only want to do 10 or 20, whatever it may be, you have the ability to control that calendar. Break tasks down into quarters so they are scalable and allow for smaller milestones to be celebrated. You should be proud of everything that you've done already. You might not have all the closings that you want for the entire year, perfectly fine, but you still should be proud that you showed up, that you went after your dreams, and even though you might have gotten no's along the entire way, every experience created a lesson. If you're not learning from that experience, then you're allowing your ego to get in the way. And you know, 100%, that's the #1 thing that we all need to rid of in this business. Nothing at all is promised, and no one owes you anything. So stop expecting everything to be handed to you and work for it.